I'm doing alright as well. Just booting up the stream, making sure everything is working. You guys done your homework against the Baddest Dudes? No, I was making sure. I was viewing the lobby, so. You guys have put up some great matchups so far. Everyone I've watched, you guys are doing awesome. Yeah. Hello. Alright. Baddest Dudes, you will be on the left, the home team, which means that you think that you get to call the flip. And Anna can do the flip, and we'll go from there. Alright, so car crash sounds. You can do your first map there. TTS fans. We are here with Div E East, the Baddest Dudes versus Car Crash Sounds. Um, just to get you guys caught up, the Baddest Dudes won the coin flip and they chose first pick. So Car Crash Sounds banned Cursed Hollow and Battlefield of Eternity, and the Baddest Dudes banned Alterac Pass and Towers of Doom, and Car Crash Sounds is taking us to Dragonshire. We are 10 players in the lobby right now, waiting for ready checks to finish up. We should get started soon. I appreciate you all for coming out here. I'm still warming up my ability to cast. If you like what you see, you can give me a follow. If not, that's cool too. Just do this for fun, and it would be nice to get affiliate and points and whatnot. But I'm just here to have fun. Um, Confirming both teams are ready, and I'm going to give them the green light to go. So we should dive into this draft in just a second. Beep 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 beep. Yeah, let's wreck some automobiles, Zool. Here we go. Here's our first draft. Chromie Van is always really strong. She's still pretty high up there in the bannable range. With Dragonshire, you're going to be looking to hold either top or bottom shrine at all times, essentially. The top lane is a lot less important to push into. It's kind of just something that happens off game. The main action tends to rotate between the mid and bottom lanes. Gazlo is CCS's first ban. Since the rework, a very nice hero that can stay on a point forever. No mana, no some self-sustain. And TBD bans Deckard. I think I've seen this Deckard ban against CCS before, so I'm going to assume that it's a targeted ban. I like Deckard a lot. I think he's very strong, but not everyone plays him. And Rexar, one of Rexar's best maps, you can be in the lane soaking and have your bear sitting his butt on a point. So, or vice versa. Brightwing is a top tier pick right now. An S ranked healer, can teleport across the map. Targeted stun with the polymorph. Can't fault them for taking that one first. And we will see the 2 and the 3. Ooh, Sonya and Cassia. Ooh, really good pickups in the 2-3. Sonya's really strong right now. W slam build is pretty impressive, and Cassia has the blinds and auto attack. Falstad. Falstad and Diablo for TBDs. I have no way to inform them via chat. I can't chat them, but Falstad does have a banned level 1 talent, and I hope that they address it. His W talent is bugged right now at level 1. So let's keep an eye on that. Li Ming banned by Car Crash Sounds. They don't want to deal with the orb to the face blow up, throwing into a shrine point. And let's see what TBD bans in return. Anna. Again, I wonder if that's targeted. I don't see anything that's Anna's great with currently. Sleepy darts can be good against Diablo charging in. but we will see. I know Summer can play several heroes, so I don't expect her to be banned out. Tychus and May. Ooh, I like this. I like this comp from CCS so far. The Diablo is going to look to dive in. He's going to look into charge. And the Tychus is going to shred him to pieces. Cassia blinds, May blinds, both disable. Uh, both disable Diablo's auto attack build. So they are going to pick up the Yrel and the Rainer. A lot of auto attack. Falstad, I could go his mage build, could go his blowing up hammer build. But I think lane clear is about even. Yrel and Sonya could both sustain pretty well at the off lane. Let's see what CCS picks up as a healer. The Stukov. That's Stukov to silence right under the Diablo charge. I like it. Let me know in chat whose draft do you like better. I think they both have some strong points, and I would give it to CCS. I think that they have a game plan that's going to work well against what TBD is showing. The thing in favor of TBD is the double globals. The double global with Falstad and Brightwing Fly Z's could turn things quickly against Fujin in the offlane, or into a lone hero somewhere doing a camp. For the baddest dudes, we have Demon Grand on the Falstad. We have Savior on the Rainer. We have Mad Kaiser on the Brightwing. We have AJ Morris on the Diablo. And we have Durlock on the Yrel.
Battle commencing.
And on CCS, we have Summer on the Stukov, Fujin on the Sonya.
5,
we have Anaressa on the
3,
Cassia.
2,
we have T-Rex on the Tychus. And we have Mesos Tables on the May. Everyone's going to meet and fight mid. Looks like Falstad hasn't picked up his level 1 areas. He did not pick the ban talent. Oh, big fight over there. Yrel just barely gets out alive as the solo lanes are rotating up. That Tychus is going to do lots of damage to Yrel and Diablos. Just going to shred them to pieces. So let's see if they can get some value on a pickup somewhere along the way. Diablo slowing the rotation. Smart move into the triangle, the Bermuda Triangle there. Blue is heading back up with the 4-man. Yes, is that any better, Elidion?
You think yourself worthy to wield the Dragon Knight's power? Prove it. Take
Blue is moving down to their bruiser camp. Starting that pickup right now to get pressure on top lane, as both teams are getting their siege camps bottom as well. I turned it up even a little bit more, if that helps. Mesos was guarding the bushes smartly as they finished their capture. Red top is going to have to deal with Yrel on point and the bruiser camp pushing against the wall. So it's up to the 4-man down here to try to hold bottom point. Anaressa's poking with her lightning bolt. She's up to 8 stacks as CCS hits 4, but the Diablo charges in. Cassie's in trouble and falls as the rest of the team is up doing the bruiser. Nowhere to be found. Red needs to move towards the point, make sure the capture doesn't begin, as they are finishing off the camp still. Long time spent on that camp, as TBD is down getting the other bruiser camp for free. That means that now they're going to have the secret boss of Siege Camp and Bruiser pushing into this bottom wall, and they have to defend the point. Doesn't leave CCS out, but leaves them in a tight spot. Someone needs to make sure that Raynor isn't picking it up either. Tyke is going to stay there. Sonya making some pressure top lane, is going to be able to step on point here in a second, as this wall is being destroyed by the secret boss. Yes, experience right now. Blue is a half level ahead. Oh, Raynor and Falstad double teamed that midpoint and took it just before Sonya could recapture top. Tychus is just shredding this Dragon Knight though. It is 2/3 of the way dead as it limps up top. Red team still trying to get some value bottom, trying to get a pick or something as Tychus comes down as well. Diablo's in trouble. Polly are getting teleported onto. Is he out? He is out alive. As Sonya is punted back behind the wall and the Dragon Knight is just finishing up its last of its hit points. Team is moving up to collapse on Yrel. Can they get it? Pushes her back into the blizzard. The Tychus burning her alive. Oh, but the Cassia falls bottom as everyone was trying to collapse on the Yrel. Unfortunate. How are we doing on stacks? Falstad's got 10 of his auto attack stacks. Cassia is at 18, a pretty good start. Looking at damage. Oh, May is going to get caught out on her rotation down, unfortunately. That puts TBD almost a full level ahead, and they are not afraid to invade this right now. They say, you're down a hero, this is ours. It's best just to step back and clear it at this point. You don't want to let this go unattended, or your fort falls down pretty easily, but it's not worth dying over trying to fight over the capture. Sonya's pushing into the top wall, doing some nice damage there as Yrel's coming back up. Top is just kind of a fluff lane. It's not very... Teams don't usually try to win through top because of the aptly named Bridge of Death. But... TBD was anchoring in the Bermuda Triangle, trying to see if they will rotate through again. They are down heroics. Stukov gets caught out. He's going to get out alive. Thankfully, Summer, even without her swipes, still manages to escape death as the points are coming back up. Sonya's going to step on top. CCS is seconds from tens. Let's look at which heroics were picked up by the teams. Falstad pick up Tinderland Blast. Ardent Defender by Yrel. Raynor's Raiders by Raynor. Blink Kill by Brightwing, and Apocalypse by Diablo, which we have seen already. CCS, Sonya is going to have her Wrath of the Berserker. Bouncy Balls for Cassia. Ice Wall for May. Shove for Stukov, and Odin for Tychus. Like everything, no bad ults really between these teams. We will see. Ice Wall goes into place to try to catch out the Raynor, but does not land as the rest of blue rotates down. Red is just backing out here as Cassia gets slammed into the wall, but Stukov shoves her off. Nice defense. Sonya's again dealing with that camp top as Blue is now capturing points. Red is being aware that they have to rotate up. Three-man hard rotation mid is going to leave Tychus in trouble as the Diablo charges into the APOC and Tychus falls. At this point, TBD is a level and a half ahead, about to hit 13s, and CCS just doesn't want to fight into that. Dragon Knight is taking down the mid fort as a team with TBD, and CCS is now up as 5 trying to defend it. They still have to be aware that they are down a talent tier. The Ice Wall freezes the Dragon Knight in place, and as she comes out, she gives May a boot. This leaves the team without a tank though, and TBD tries to take advantage of that, but Cassia escapes alive. CCS, can you sniff out the Diablo right above you? Diablo's deciding that he will back off. He will not try to engage. And it's a good thing that Summer came down right after he left. Ooh, the Sonya catches the rail up top. Very nice for CCS. Gives them some breathing room. They can push into that fort and get lane pressure the rest of the game. Fujin is instead going to go start the Bruiser camp as TBD is going to move up to defend that position. CCS gets their 13s. They are on even talent tier. Cassia's pretty far out, and the Diablo is going to do the charge APOC again, finding another pick with the combo. TBD is playing that very well. I expect that this Diablo has had more than a little bit of practice. Has that perfectly timed. APOC goes off. Charge, flip, stun, dead. CCS is down 5 kills to 1. May is caught out alone. Tries to ice wall to save her life, but does not manage to escape. A hinterland blast damaging Summer and T-Rex as TBD is going to push into this bottom fort. Cassia is trying to soak mid. Stukov shoves Diablo back. None of that. We aren't going to have your charging nonsense today. Down 2 forts. CCS is not out yet. They are still in this game. It's a long game to the comeback game for sure, but TBD is going down. They're going to take the bottom camp. They are doing their same thing they've done every single time, and that is just pressure CCS elsewhere and then take the objective. It's worked so far for them, so. CCS trying to figure what to do. Where can they get soak? They're not quite even talent tiers. The point is up. It looks like both teams are going to move 5 bands. Nope, Cassia's still down there cleaning the camp. That's don't go in. Fujin. Oh, the APOC combo escapes, but Fujin is in trouble without that leap. But the Tychus gets a counter kill on the Brightwing as the 2 were up there chasing Sonya. Cassia unfortunately still clearing as 16s are picked up by CCS, and the 3rd Dragon Knight of the game is captured. This Tychus, always a very good pickup here. Percentage damage doesn't do the full amount against the Dragon Knight, as in every shot does its 1%, but it does extra. It does bonus damage still. So, still tears through that Dragon Knight faster than most heroes will. Honoressa escapes barely with her life, as CCS is all up and coming down to join. The Ice Wall catches the Dragon Knight, the Blizzard's coming out. Are they going to be able to pick off anyone here? Urel jumps in, is turned on, and runs out. Dragon Knight falls, all keeps intact. Barely for the bottom lane, but let's go CCS. See if they can come on back into it. Blue has their game plan. Gonna go start camps. Gonna start pressuring the lanes. As CCS responds, they're gonna go for a pick. Let's see if CCS has a way to counter it this time. They are going for that pick top. Ice Wall comes out. Saves Sonya. No, the Hammerang finishes off the Sonya, just barely. But is that bouncy ball going to get Diablo? Nope. Very close. But they can pull the counter kill still on the Urel. So 1 for 1. Great trade for CCS right here. They can clear the camp for free. Diablo is back up. Soul's reset. But, oh, no, Diablo went back to heal. Sorry, it was the Urel that died. Diablo escaped with a fraction of health. Cassia is moving down. That bottom keep has 1300 health. An easy backdoor if TBD is feeling cheeky. They are doing the smart game. They're going to try to pick up this to relieve some pressure top. Diablo is sniffing around. Oh, there's the APOC, the charge. Does Cassia have the move speed to get out? The mount, insta-mount? Nope. But she escapes anyway. Well, very nice attempt from TBD. But that was a heroic used by each team. Diablo's APOC was now used with an Odin from Tychus. CCS is down 20s, but if they can see someone on the map, they can take this engagement. The scary part is they don't know where Urel is. Especially with the invisibility now, you never know. They can see Urel on the map top. Clearing. They catch the Rainer in the ice wall. They are not committing to the engage though, as Sonya is on her way rotating top already. So it was, not the time to engage. Good communication from them to make sure that they didn't go into the down 20 4v4 fight. Sonya is coming down. They are going to try to collapse on them as the Dragon Knight is picked up by Urel. Are they going to get the Diablo counter kill? Negatory and CCS is in trouble. May slides out. Cassia is fending for her life. Sonya made it out. Cheeky Falstad fly-in is going to be ice-walled to prevent any more. But the Baddest Dudez is taking the Dragon Knight. They're walking in on this keep and they're going for core. With 2 down and a Dragon Knight, a 17-minute Dragon Knight, this should be just click the core. But, the stranger things have happened. They are going for the kill on Summer. Summer's still alive, so that's wasted time. CCS is unfortunately following to the Dragon Knight, who does, I think, double damage to buildings. Uh, very good first game from both teams. Um, we'll update the scores, and we will chat with the teams while we look at stats. Falstad definitely provided a lot of value. Top damage, 6 kills, 6 assists, all over the map, no deaths. The Sonya valiantly trying to soak and deal damage and siege, but the picks from that Diablo were just too strong in the end. Yep, I agree. Aslan Chad, he sniffed out those positionings. He APOC'd, charged, and flipped, and happened again and again and again. Um, Talent builds, I don't think anything too out of the ordinary. Um, Diablo did go the charge build with all the blinds that CCS had, and it worked really well for him. So, all right. I think that they are waiting on a map to be created. I looks nope, that is not the correct map. Um, we will hopefully start shortly. My webcam's not picking up. It's frozen. Lame. Alright. Well, then we will go to this screen instead. Um, as we wait for our second map of the evening. Alright, we do have our map pick. CCS chose first pick, and I am going to update it. We will be going to Infernal Shrines. Yeah, Diablo wasn't a pick. Zul, that was what I was checking on. They went full charge build, and it worked really well. Can't complain. I'm going to step away for a quick bio break as people are trickling into this lobby. I will be right back, and we will get started shortly. All right, let us see where the teams are as far as being ready. Infernal Shrines, for anyone who's new to the game, I don't think most people watching would be, but you know, the game plan, it's a heavy macro map, it's a heavy reliant on the objective map. You want wave clear to kill the shrine monkeys and camps. Um, you're gonna have to try to have enough wave clear to go mid and bottom is the normal strategy, and then your solo lanes will be top. One team is ready, waiting on the other team for confirmation. Um, I expect a very good draft from both teams. Stoic is voting for the reversed sweep. I believe CCS can do it. Let's see what they bring to the table. All teams appear to be ready. Um, we go diving straight into our draft now. Infernal Shrines. If CCS is still scared of that Gazlo, Gazlo's a great ban here. Great ability to do shrines. Uh, really strong hero overall on this map. But if CCS plays it, they have first pick. So let's see if if they are feeling like banning it again, or if they're going to leave it open and maybe pick it up. The Falstad CCS is like, hell no, not happening again. And that Falstad provided a lot of value, so I don't think anyone can blame them. Chromie gets banned out by TBD again, pretty quickly too. Uh, Wonder if there is a certain counter that or certain strategy they might be going for that Chromie counters. Guess we'll see. CCS is going to ban out the Sonya, which was previously played by Fujin. That means they have a bigger priority in their first pick than the Sonya was. I'm curious to see what that will be. Um, I'm going to guess Deckard ban again from. Yep, there it is. Deckard from TBD. I think I've seen Deckard banned every single time against CCS in the two games I've cast against them, or for them. Gazlo for the first pick. Called it. Love Gazlo. Love me some Goblin on this map. It's to be seen where that Gazlo will be played, though. Do they pull in a four-man Gazlo? Uh, Brightwing and Jaina, again, solid as rock on this map. Jaina, great with a wave clear, shrine clear. Brightwing is a top tier healer, and they showed it last match, last game. The 2-3 coming out from CCS here is going to be Johanna and Kael'thas. I like it. I love me some Kael'thas into a Brightwing. Anyone that wants to be healed can be sent with a nice little present and give Brightwing a hug. The Ana, I like the Ana a little bit more here. Kael'thas Pyroblast with a Nano Boost is pretty deadly. Um, the Brightwing with the Spell Armor, though, is a little bit of a counter for that Pyroblast. So we'll see if that's something that I guess we won't see. They still might pick up the Pyroblast, though. The Varian Charge into the Taunt, into the Jaina Storm. Brightwing, I can see why they picked the Varian. Very nice taunt chain off of that ability to charge. The Tychus and uh, Morris is going to say, well, if you're going to give me the Diablo again, let's do this. The last two picks for CCS. What are they looking for? They are looking for a strong auto attacker and a healer. The Stukov, still solid. The Sylvanas, I like. The Sylvanas, if they're able to get a objective, they can push in and shut it down. Gets that much more value. Camps can be shut down. Both teams, again, really strong draft. I think that we're going to see a similar thing from the Diablo, followed up by Jaina. Um, I To win here, I think CCS has to out macro, out lane, and out objective. I think they're looking to avoid engagements as much as possible. And that Johanna helps with that. The Johanna that can slow them down, trait, and walk out behind her team. If TBD, if the baddest dudes have their way, they are going to get those picks. They're going to try to invade these camps at inopportune times and get those picks, then pick up the objective, then get the push. So for the baddest dudes, we have Demon Grand on the Tychus, Morris on the Diablo, Mad Kaiser on the Brightwing, Savior on the Jaina, and Durlock on the Urel. And for the red team, we have Tables on the Johanna, Summer on the Stukov, Anaressa on the Sylve, Fujin on the Gazlo, and T-Rex on the Kael'thas. The cheeky little laser beam into the bush hits Diablo as the rest of the team is just kind of sniffing around. Jaina's maybe looking to do some damage. So they're going to throw a Flame Strike into there. No, he is going to bomb Diablo and let him walk out. Spreading that bomb to... No, I actually didn't catch any of the teammates. Mesos is flipped, polymorphed. Looks like she used her trade already. As the the offlanes move up, and Diablo is going to try to slow those rotations. If CCS can get lane priority, they can come back, but we'll see if they can find a way to get that lane priority. Blue seems to have forgotten to clear the wave. They just kind of backed off. Diablo's going to wait mid as both teams start their camps. They lost a couple orbs there. Not the biggest deal, but every little bit of experience helps. They're still ahead on experience by about a quarter of a level. Stukhov's throwing down some slaps as the Taika sneakily starts the bottom camp. If CCS sniffs this out, they can get a nice little... Oh, now it's 4v4. Both teams on level 3. The Diablo is going to push them off the point, and they are going to take it after CCS clears the minions. I liked the CCS one to sniff it out. I think they should have danced around a little bit more instead of killing it and letting Diablo push him off. Sylvanas clearing bottom as the Johanna is going to stay mid for this clear, and the Kael'thas and Stukov are going to move up. Anaressa needs to be careful, needs to not step too far. It looks like she realizes this. TBDs is just going to clear the wave as the Shaman camp is picked up. Let's pull up talents, see what people are working with. The correct Kael'thas level 1 was picked up, for sure. Everything seems pretty standard. It looks like... Oh, red team kills the Diablo, but Gazlo's exchanged up top. If they can get this Jaina, though. Jaina slowed, silenced. A 2 for 1. CCS will take that all day. Sylvanas still down in the bottom lane pushing too. Is going to shut down this wall as CCS clobbers these minions. Kael'thas great against the objective. Johanna great against the objective. This Diablo is coming down aggressively, is looking for a soul to steal. Brightwing follows up the teleport. The E's out. Is she going to make it out alive, though? Grenade finishers are off at the last second. Sevens are picked up for the Baddest Dudes. 2 more monkeys. And CCS gets the objective, though. The Mortar Punisher. Oh, Frozen Punisher. Frozen Punisher is the best Punisher. Shuts down the walls and buildings. There's not a lot of follow-up. CCS is going to try to get the wall as the Punisher John Cena is punching away in the back line. Watch out, this Diablo is already turning. They saw the turn. Smartly was backing out from the wall. They get a good chunk of the wall and are even 2-2 kills for both teams. And experience. This is a pretty even game. Right now, both teams are going to start doing their camping good business. Anaressa is sniffing out that Diablo. You don't see the Diablo. Play it safe. If you don't see the Diablo, play like he's right behind you. They are... Urel's come down mid as CCS pushes hard into this. And TBD's just picks up the camp. Brightwing is going to come up, turn this into a 2v4. The rest of the team comes up into a 5v4. As I said before, Johanna's great to disengage. You slow down their team, trade out. And that's what they're doing. Jaina has almost completed her Fingers of Frost. In fact, she just completed it, while Kael'thas still has another 10 globes to go. But TBD is going up to take their Bruiser, which is going to be pushing into the next objective lane. CCS has 10s here in just a second. TBD is about 10 seconds behind them, though. Joe traits out. Great tank to go up against Diablo. They're going to pick up this mid wave and let us review talents. Heroics. Odin, Ardent Defender for Yrel. Uh, Walter the Water Elemental for Jaina. Blink Hill for Brightwing and APOC for Diablo. No surprise there. APOC or Diablo did go the auto attack build this time though. Um, Sylvanas took Mind Control. Gravo Bomb for Gazlo. Pyroblast for Kel'Thas. Swipe for Stukov and Blessed Shield for Johanna. I think I am like the only Kael'thas I ever see play Phoenix anymore. They all seem to love the Pyroblast, but um, TBD has the priority rotating up. Uh, Sylvanas might be cheeky and try to take a bottom fort, though. It's an entirely valid strategy if she just wants to shut this down, shut down that wave, kill them quickly. She can definitely do that as the rest of the CCS team just prevents them from doing much else. But uh, the black arrows are down, but there's a big heavy wave pushing with Sylvanas. Um, CCS smartly when you can't do something where you're at, go do something else. You're gonna start taking camps. They take a fort. I expect them to start rotating up after this camp and clear that as it leaps over the wall. I like this play a lot from CCS. It's ballsy, and I think it's really smart on their part. Yrel might be sniffing out this. Yep. I think Anaressa just needs to get out at this point, but she's used her teleport. Apoc's out. Yeah. Gazlo falls to the Punisher and the combo. Diablo gets the Pyroblast, but he also has the spell shield, the Soul Shield. So not that scared of a Pyroblast between a Soul Shield and a Brightwing. Essos does not have his trait to escape that charge flip um, as the Punisher falls. Overall, though, teams are about even on experience. Both took a fort. I think that the mistake. Oh, I don't know if it was a mistake. I would have liked to have seen more commitment to that offlane play, but I think that there was a time when CCS needed to get up there as 5 as well and defend. So, this Gazlo out too far, out too long for the Diablo to charge in. Gravel Bomb hits, but no one's there to follow it up. Meanwhile, Blue is rotating down. Does Johanna have her trait to get out? She does have her trait. She ults her. She throws her shield just to escape as well. Uh, Walter is super obnoxious for Joe. The water elemental will just keep pinging her and slowing her, and as soon as her shield's down, she's slow again. Um, I do like the water elemental pickup. I think it was very smart into the Joe. Diablo sniffing around for that charge. You've seen it for a game and a half now, CCS. Better be expecting it at all times, essentially. Gazlo is up there pushing out the wave when there's now catapults coming down it. Uh, Honoressa gets caught out, I'm assuming by a Diablo charge. Um, Diablo is excellent at his picks. He's looking for those people stepping out too far and taking advantage of it. This is slowly turning in TBD's favor, but long game, not over yet. It's unfortunate. The Stukov pick leaves them in a bad place. Fujin was probably being told to run, as Urel's going to sniff it right as she was about to get out. The CCS does not suspect anything as their bruiser camp is taken from under their nose. CCS is feeling it, catching up to them now. The pick game is very, very strong with the the baddest dudes. So, all right, baddest dudes is pushing in on this middle fort. They're doing objective with Urel. The mind control lands on the Diablo. APOC comes out, but Diablo falls. They're turning on that Brightwing. Can they get a second one? The Pyroblast comes out. Does Brightwing have stasis? No, but he might have Spell Shield to survive. Oh, and it fades the second before it hit. That 55 spell armor should have saved him, but he turned around at the last second, just too late. Oh, and CCS is not done. They're here to fight. We took the advantage. We have more. Diablo is back from a Souls reset. CCS is looking to get another kill. Urel falling low. Silence comes out. Anaressa chasing, letting the Absorb come up and smartly turning away. Mesos is stepping out, but trades back in. Two more for blue, and it's theirs. But they pick the Jaina. The Gazlo turrets are so strong, zoning them out. 39-39, and CCS 39-39 picks up the Punisher, the Arcane Punisher. And this is going into the keep wall. A 14-minute Punisher, even talent tiers. Gazlo's going back to clear smartly. I think that they need their Sylvanas down there to shut down this wall. The Punisher leaps over the wall. The baddest dude's moving past it smartly to zone him off. See if they can get a pick. Diablo charged. APOC flip. And the Summer slaps him away. No, you are not taking our Kael'thas today. I like this. I like this from Sylvanas now. Shutting down. They're taking their mid fort when they could not, when they were outnumbered down at the bottom. Get value elsewhere, CSS. Hell yeah. That's going to fall to minions. Or if not, it'll be sneezed on later. No, the minions took it. CCS is in a great place here now. The momentum's swinging back in their favor. I think that CCS is sniffing around. They're maybe trying to find if the blue team separates anymore, and smartly are bringing down 5. They're going to try to do this 4v5. Does the TBD sense it? Are they going to come up, or are they going to wait for the rotation? They're coming up. Throw that shield. Mind control. The Jaina. Jaina's dead. Brightwing is on fire, backing off as Honor chases her. The Pyroblast does not get fully channeled in time before Brightwing's out. But this Diablo does not have souls. That's a dead Diablo. Urel slaps him away. Tyka's firing away. But CCS, they're not stepping down. Whew. Excitement. TBDs does get their 20s first, but CCS is, they know what they have. They have 2 hero advantage. They have 20s now. They are taking this keep and seeing what they can get. If they can get a pick or 2, they can take this keep and finish the game. TBD just needs to play smart. They need to not die. Jaina's up in 10 seconds. Urel's really far in. Urel's rooted, silenced. That's one. You guys finish the keep. Get another Piquel. Jaina's back up. Diablo's coming up in one. They took a long time to try to get that keep, but I think they're going to smartly back off. Start taking camps again. Do your slow play game, guys. Oh, unless they're all rotating away. CCS. Oh, CCS can take that Sylvanas though and go shut down that keep and secure it. That's what I think they do here. I think they go get that pressure going bottom before. Oh, but TBD takes the bruiser as CCS is rotating up into this objective. Um, Diablo is at 55 souls. Not a reset, not a full health Diablo. I like that they're taking this fort. They need to secure it before they get out. And they are going to start on the objective. All heroics except Pyroblaster up for both teams. Um, the Odin pop coming out. Diablo is walking and face checks the bush. But Urel is in the backline destroying CCS. The Stukov pustule heals them all back up. Urel still hurting in the backline. KT throws out a gravity lapse, but backs out. And they are just running for their lives now. Stukov's slaps are down. And Stukov's just going to fall. This is a 1 for 3 trade. TBD's is just going to go ahead and finish the objective and try to push in. That'll give everyone time to respawn. Brightwing can teleport across the map. Stukov will be probably 15 seconds from spawning by the time they are on the keep. I think it's too far out, guys. CCS is going to try to go take a camp, get some pressure. I agree, Stoic. They needed to confirm that keep. That may, I wouldn't say it cost them the game, but it puts them in a lot worse situation right now. Stukov is 5 seconds out. They're going to try to valiantly defend this. Is CCS going to run past the Punisher, or are they going to try to defend it core? The leak comes out. Sonya takes it. Unstoppable's after. The APOC doesn't hit anyone. Gazlo and Johanna are separated from the team. Gazlo's throwing out some beams. The damage is very heavy from the Jaina and the Tychus. And unfortunately, that looks like that will be GG's for TBD taking both games. Very well played for both teams, I think. I think that it was a very exciting game to watch. I would recommend CCS to review the replay. I think they could get a lot of value um, learning from that experience. But again, both teams played their hearts out tonight, and that was a very fun and exciting game to watch. I'm going to see if anyone from the Baddest Dudes wants to interview. Let's go find us a lobby. Hello, congratulations on the win, the baddest dudes.
Thank you.
I it was very exciting 2 games to watch.
Thank you.
Um, I gotta say, first and foremost, props to the Diablo play. Um, the APOC charge flip was timed very well.
Mhm.
You've practiced it a couple of times, I'm assuming.
Done it once or twice.
Yeah, I could tell. Tell us about game one. Uh,
So, what do you want to know?
the Dragon Shrines. You guys clearly Diablo, Brightwing are seem to be comfort picks for you guys both times. Um, did you have a strategy going into the draft that you guys used?
I know that originally we wanted Rexar, and then they took that away from us. And so we just kind of adjusted a little. We kind of knew, who some of their strong picks were, and who some of their lower win rate picks were, and um, we took advantage of having globals as well. Like, we got the Brightwing, we got the Falstad, so we knew, Top Shrine is open whenever we want it. And then, Morris, man, Morris is just a freaking phenomenal tank. And he picked the Diablo and was just giving us the calls like, let's go here, let's get this guy. I can get this guy. Is everybody ready to get this guy? And it was flawless.
Yeah, you guys had great follow up on those Diablo charges. Very much the comp you guys built into was looking for that pick, catching someone out, and then doing what you need to do after.
Yeah.
Um, at the start, there was I was the one that was the least chattering. I said they picked up the fall stat. I hope that they know the bound talent at one. And for the longest time, it felt like that fall stat didn't pick, and I was almost there. I was like, is he gonna pick? Is he gonna pick it? But
Okay, so can I tell you why I did that? Because that was me.
okay,
Um,
yeah.
so I knew the talent was banned, and but I picked him and I forgot the talent was banned. I was like, oh shit, the talent's banned. I can't pick, my favorite build, right? So like, I'm like, now I have to go auto attack or Gathering Storm, and so I knew that when they picked Stukov has physical armor, that he can give to his people, and I wanted to make sure that the build he went didn't make that easier for him to do before I picked auto attack.
Ah,
So when I saw him lock the weighted pustule build, I knew, okay, I can get away with going auto attack build.
so
So that's why I waited. I literally waited for Stukov to pick.
so there was a little bit of a second where like you wanted to go lightning strike, and
Oh
then
yeah,
you're like,
I mean,
oh,
that is my favorite build by far. I've loved Lightning Strike before they changed Lightning Strike to be good, so now it's just my build is good now. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
yeah.
that's why I took Falstad. But then, like I said, after I locked it, I was like, it's banned. And then game two they banned Falstad, and I was like, sweet, I wasn't gonna play Falstad anyways. Like that's a free ban.
That was, but the fall stat was so mean on that game one. I mean, I didn't want to play. I almost more surprised they didn't ban the Diablo though. Like
Oh yeah,
that
yeah.
Diablo.
I was surprised at that one too. I thought they were going to, but yeah, they let it through in the second one, and I could just kind of played it the same way, especially with the Brightwing plays as well. So it kind of worked out well for me, I guess. But yeah, they definitely banned up the Falstad, and I was suspecting the Diablo ban, but I guess they felt comfortable letting it through. I don't know.
All right. I believe that you guys banned the same. At least the first two heroes were the same. Were those? I'm assuming you scouted out the other team.
Yeah, we saw that, they had a pretty low win rate on Brightwing. So when they had first pick, we were like, if they want to take Brightwing, that's fine. We also saw that they had really high win rates on Chromie and decent on Deckard, and we just don't like Deckard.
Oh,
Um,
he's just an old.
I
He's
mean,
an
we like
innocent
playing
old
Deckard.
man.
I mean, we like playing with the old man. It's when the crotchety old man is on the other side that it's not so fun. So that was just kind of like, okay, well, let's make the smart decision for our team and just get rid of that. So it's a combination of scouting as well as just not having the heroes we don't want to have on the other side.
Very well put. Anything else you wanted to talk about in game one? You guys played it really well. It was very impressive to watch, and very often I saw the 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 whole pick strategy, and then all of a sudden you guys are everywhere on the map. You're ahead of them. You're moving to get your shrines. You're forcing them to where you wanted them to be. So
Yeah, I
overall,
think a lot of that it speaks to Morris, to be honest with you, because a lot of what he's doing is he's kind of controlling where we're going and what we're doing, and I just kind of macro call the other things that he's not calling. And because we had so much global, it just spoke to us being like, okay, if we get a pick here and we're controlling this area of Dragonshire, like if we're controlling top, we know we can give bottom and grab camps. You know what I mean? And so
yeah,
it was one of those like trade-offs where it's just kind of like everyone giving information. This is where I'm at. This is what's going on. Cool. Then we're just gonna do this. So that definitely that's
it was
something
beautiful.
that speaks to Morris.
Yeah, it was beautifully played. But even the non-pick shot calls, you guys were forcing them to follow you around the map, and
Yeah.
it was in your hands. You were making the calls, and they were reacting. So
Yeah.
very well done. Game two. So you picked Infernal Shards. You guys, is that a comfort map for you guys?
That's a map we were pretty good on because we do the pick strategy and there's a four-man rotate. And so it gives us opportunity to find picks as well as the Punisher is a free pick mechanic as well. That's a free engage.
For sure.
And so if you know how to play off the Punisher, with a pick comp, it's essentially a free pick every time. And it's I feel that's one of our stronger maps. No one likes to ban it against us, which works out for us.
I think
Um,
it's the most played map in all of NGS, like across the
I
board.
could see why. Yeah,
Uh,
I think it's a fairly balanced map that also can snowball if you're good at it, right? Like
yeah,
it's in a strange place right now where it's balanced but unbalanced, you know.
yeah. It is for sure. I again props to the Diablo. You were doing some great anchoring, some great interrupting rotations, both games too, around that
Good. I thought
Bermuda
their
triangle.
comp was a lot better in that game too. Just like in terms of the map playstyle on that one, they had a lot of good wave clear from that. I thought it was a really difficult comp to play against. Like just the ability for them to essentially not have us push buttons. Like if they locked down one of us, could not push buttons for anything. So I thought there was a really great comp by them with the amount of stuns and CCs that they had out.
Oh,
But yeah, I tried to definitely disrupt their rotations a little bit because I knew that they're going to be a lot better on the clear and a lot better on like the macro game than we were just based upon their composition.
100% agree. The Johanna, the trait into like you would charge her, you'd try to flip her, and she would trade out. It was a good pickup into that. Um, so pushing into the mid game, you guys were pretty far ahead. Um, one thing that oh, sorry, maybe it was just I think I was just echoing in your mic. I was like, were you talking? But no. Uh, um, the thing that I think CCS did really well on that map was when they knew they were down, they went elsewhere. They got value elsewhere. I kept telling that's a big thing of that map. If you're losing a shrine, go get value elsewhere. If you
Right.
give up the shrine, don't sit there and slam your face into the other team. Go pick up cams. Go get a fort somewhere else.
Right.
Um,
And I think we both did a good job on that because I mean there was a point where we had lost the shrine and I think we rotated to get Sylvanas. Um, because we knew we couldn't contest shrine because we lost like two people before the shrine started.
yeah,
And um I mean, and they did a really good job with that with Sylve getting extra push value. There was just a certain tipping point where we kind of knew the value we're going to get from winning the objective versus the value they're going to get from split pushing isn't the same, if we play the way
yeah,
we should play with a Punisher.
yeah.
And after that tipping point, that's kind of the calls I was making. It was just let them have what they want. If we're going to get this here, and we can push this here and get wins here.
Tell me, maybe maybe you guys see it differently than what it looked for us, but the 14-minute Punisher, the bottom Punisher that CCS picked up, they started getting kills around the Punisher or around the objective. They picked up that bottom lane Punisher. Were you guys scared at that point? Um,
I wouldn't say scared because I think at that point we were still like half a level up or level up. And then also we had Bruiser Camp pushing top, so we were getting top value as well. And so we kind of knew, we're gonna trade here. They have to go back to clean, and we can push past Punisher and fight them, which is what we did because it was like a 4v3 when they
they
when
did,
they were
yeah, you
pushing.
did push back. They still got kills off of that. Sylvanas went mid. Had the Sylvanas stayed down there, they could have secured that keep, and if they got a
Yeah,
couple of picks, they could have ended.
yeah,
Um,
but we saw the Sylvanas mid and we saw Gazlo top, and then that's why we made the call to go past Punisher,
Fair enough.
because we knew we had numbers.
Yeah,
So it wasn't like an unsafe call. We were aware of their positioning because they showed kind of early, actually, like before the objective that actually even reached our fort or our keep. They were already showing Sylvanas mid, and then I knew that either Sylvanas is going to the camp top or someone else is, and then Gazlo showed right before it got there, and it was like, okay, guys,
yeah.
this is green light to go past the Punisher.
Well, from that was a nail biter from the observing point of view, and there was a lot of chat around it in chat. But you guys managed to come back, and you guys the second game was a lot closer, I think.
Yeah.
But you guys did awesome. You won. Anything else you guys want to add?
No, that uh, pretty much covers it for me. I mean, we got shout outs.
Yeah, I was gonna say then the floor is yours for shout outs.
I'm gonna start by shouting out my team. I'm definitely gonna shout out Morris. Thanks again, man, for joining the team. You made a huge help for us. Um, I want to shout out Peach. She shows up to every fucking practice. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. But she shows up to every practice, whether we need her or not, and is always there for us. And when we do need her, it's okay. I'm ready. Let's go. And that's a big help. And Raven was a big help as one of our subs. This last week he came through for us. Hope your wife's doing better, buddy. And I just want to shout out the casters and our opponents and our coaches and say thank you. And then Morris, you're free to shout out who you want.
Kudos to everybody kind of involved in this. Big shout out, yeah, to you organizing the team. Kudos to casters taking your time out of schedule and kind of doing this. I think that's a really cool thing, and I think that's something that's needed with HOTS these days. Is just this grassroots kind of a project to kind of build it back up to. I mean, it's not going to be ever to where it was from before, but I think this is really good. A really good start to that, and shout outs to the team just for being good, communicative, and keeping this game really fun and positive.
100% agree. Especially I love the grassroots movement from these like NGS, and I think that we all love this game so much, and it shows in this, from casters to teams to the organization running it.
Yeah.
All right,
And you
well,
know what? Shout out to Fujin for picking Gazlo against me because that got my hairs riled up. I was like, man, I'm the Gazlo guy. You don't take my Gazlo.
well,
So
I'm sure she'd appreciate riling you up. She's she's a hoot. All
yeah,
right.
I know.
Well, again, congratulations. You guys played amazing, and I look forward to maybe casting more for you guys. I'm still a newbie caster, but I enjoy it. I'm having fun doing it. So,
Yeah, man. I hope you do. It'd be great to have you back.
all right, I'm gonna look for someone to raid. Thank you again, the baddest
Yeah,
dudes, and if you
thank
guys,
you.
uh, good GGs and good luck in the rest of the season.
Yeah, man. Thanks. Have a great night.
You
Bye.
too.
Cheers, bye.
All right, anyone that's still watching, I'm going to look for someone for us to raid. Um, I know there are more NGS games going on this evening, and so let's move in and keep supporting the organization. Um, let's see. Um, that's a scrim. Let us. We are going to. I found our raid target. Thanks again for watching, everyone, and You know, if you want to give me a follow, great. If not, that's cool too. Pretty chill. I'm just here for fun. Wouldn't mind getting a what is it, affiliated, just to get points, you know, and do those kind of things. But we are going to be rating Jinxie Cat, who is casting a CCS West. See if I can spell it right. She's casting the CCS West map with Clouded Mines After Dark, and let's see. I apologize. I can't spell it. Wouldn't mind getting Jinxie Cat. All right. What is it? Affiliated, just to get points, nope, you know, and do those kind of things. But we are going to be rating Jinxie Cat, who is casting a CCS West. And again, thank you everyone for being here, and enjoy your evening.
A number on the board as they grab that kill. Ooh. TSRG looking for this camp. They're going to come in and get stunned out. And Ariel going to finish a Detainment Strike. Caledorn, thank you for the raiding party. Welcome, viewers of Caledorn. Thanks so much for stopping, guys. We're going to see a more team fight break out here. Icewall comes out. Ruffian will be able to claim the camp. Silver, though, looking for Ruffian. Has to pop that cryo freeze. We're going to see Juljin getting very low. Taz Dingo has come